Let's take a look at how we can put graphs into our Google spreadsheets after we have created our data tables. So you can see for the popper investigation, I have two different sets of data. I have my change variable here on the left and my measured variable, the time for the popper to pop here on the right. To insert a chart, I'm going to have to select this data and click Insert. From that menu, you'll see the chart option towards the bottom. Click that. Now we just learned what type of chart is appropriate for different sets of data. And remember, if we have a continuous set, like for instance, we're doing volume of water here, and there's numbers in between our different change variables, we would choose a scatter plot. You'll find that in this Charts tab. There's the scatter plot. Let's click that. Excellent. Now, in the Customize tab is when you can do all those important things like label your title and your axis. So there's chart title. I would label that with your investigation question. Further down, we see axis, and now we could label those. Again, across the bottom there, that was my changed variable. So when I'm labeling that, I would do amount of water. Now, without a unit, we would not know what those numbers mean. Always include a unit. For this, I use milliliters. Again, from this drop-down menu, we can go to the other axis as well, which is that left vertical one. And again, that was my measured variable. For that one, I am going to put time for that popper to pop. Don't forget that unit. This one was seconds that we measured in. Okay. You can change how big your graph is by doing the minimum and maximum. There, now I can see my line. There's a lot of settings in here. Most of the stuff you won't have to play with, but you could dig in if you wanted to. You can change the color of your graph points and the size of them. At the very bottom, you're able to also show a trend line too. You're probably familiar with that from math class. After you're all set and this is looking the way you want it to, you can click Insert, and that's how you would do your scatter plots. But there's another graph type. Let's take a look at that for bar graphs. Down here, we're doing a whole different type of graph. And remember, if I have different categories for my change variable, you would use a bar graph rather than the scatter plot. The process is pretty similar. Select the data, click Insert, and Chart. I would choose this column chart here. That is looking like we want it to. Again, to find your options, you go to the Customization tab on the right, give that a proper title, and then you're going to be able to label the axis. So in this research question, I was testing the brand of battery and how long it can power a calculator. So on the bottom for my title, I would do brand of battery. On the vertical axis, maybe this is time it powered calculator measured in days. Okay. And again, after it's looking how you want it to, you can play around with the settings if you want to get it exactly how you like it. Then click Insert. You're now going to see that inside of your Google spreadsheet where you will be creating these. From here, you could also copy this chart. And let's say I was inside of my popper investigation. After all of your observations that you made, then you could paste in the results and evidence section. Okay. There it is. There's my graph. So practice doing that with the example in the next slides, and then you'll be doing this for your popper investigation as well. Good luck.